Tick manipulation methods shouldn't exist. It's not any more engaging to click a bunch of extra times to get more XP, and it gets into the way of adding actually engaging methods like Sepulcher. God forbid there's some method that rivals 2 tick teaks because we have to let the sweats feel proud of themselves. This goes for prayer flicking too. It was never intended to have virtually infinite prayer. It should have been fixed years ago. It's too far gone. Yeah. So I disagree with that first part, but I do agree with this part. I agree with his reasoning. I do think tick manipulation should exist, but should be massively streamlined. Because the beauty of tick manipulation, I've said this ad nauseum, is the rhythm and the flow you get. It's not the amount of clicks you're doing every fucking second. You clicking 7 times in a second is adding absolutely nothing to this. It's just, what is beautiful about tick manipulation is the satisfaction of predictable resource extraction, knowing that when you click something, you're about to receive it. It's like the timing, the ticks, the flow of it, the getting into the rhythm. And that's what's fun. People that have done very simple sort of tick manipulation methods like 2 tick teaks, or just clicking a tree, back on the ground, click a tree, back on the ground, or drop a log. It's like, that has just a very simple rhythm to it, and you can get hooked. And it's fun because you're seeing these XP drops just every time you click. You're just expecting an XP drop. It feels good. But what wouldn't feel good is doing 2 tick teaks, but now every time you click a tree, you got a knife log tree, knife log tree, knife log tree. It's just like, fucking hell. Get rid of that bullshit. Get rid of the unnecessary amount of clicks. By the way, I don't know if you guys have seen, I was going to make a little video on it. The horn, the Yama horn that came out, it actually allows you to tick manipulate. It's basically like, people are calling it the gnome horn or the horn cube or whatever the hell they're calling it. And it's great. It's a great addition. Apparently you can't maintain a 3 tick cycle on it, but every other cycle you can go back to a 3 tick cycle because it, like, I don't know exactly how it works. I haven't actually used the horn in game because I don't have it on Sae Bae, and I don't have a main account with it, but it's just brilliant. It's just people, I see these high level skillers using it and they like it. Will they admit they like it? I don't know, but I know people enjoy this kind of emergent gameplay that happens, and it's reducing a click. It's just cool. It's fun. Almost everybody I see on Twitter talking about it is like, this is kind of fucking cool. I like this. It's exactly what Gnome Cube is. It's removing these annoyances. It's not the end game. The end game is not just Gnome Cube solves everything. It's getting to a point where we start understanding that skilling and tick manipulation doesn't need to be wrist breaking. It doesn't need to be agonizing to do for long periods of time. It can actually be fun, and we can focus in on that fun, lean into the fun and the engagement and the rhythm of it. I always bring up PVM. PVM has become so good. Look at Dono Fly, Yama Dono Fly. Imagine when you're running Dono Fly, you had a knife log every time you attack the boss. That would fucking destroy the method. It'd be so awful. It'd be awful to have to knife log in this beautiful rhythmic pattern that you're doing. No, it's simplistic. It's fun as hell. It still has skill expression, and you're not breaking your wrist doing it. It's just fucking emergent gameplay that's fun and rhythmic and has good flow to it. Please, can we do that with skilling? God, please, can we do that? There's so much room. There's just this massive space that has been untouched with skilling, and all it needs to focus on is rhythm and emergent gameplay and good cycles. I mean, literally, the reason Dono Fly works is because we have brilliant devs that are designing PVM that has a rhythmic like structure to it. Like, these little crisscross flames that are going down are on a cycle. It's like that is how you should design things. Olm is the same way. Solo Olm, it's on a cycle, and it allows these emergent cool patterns to go where you can now do 4-1 and 4-0 and other things like that. We need that in skilling to some capacity. It's going to take some reimagination. It's going to take a dev to take a fucking fistful of mushrooms and reimagine what skilling can be. But we need to get to that point, in my opinion. And when you get to that point where there's so much skill expression in skilling, you can actually allow skilling to be profitable, because there is, like, it's actually fun to grind. Like, it would be genuinely fun. There would be skill expression. People could not just learn the method within 5 minutes of the release of it and be like, okay, well, there's nothing else to learn now, so I'm just going to keep doing this. With PVM, it's like it's like you're constantly building on how much more efficient can we make it? How much more time can we save with this boss? What are some new metas we can do? With skilling, you don't even have gear. I mean, that's a separate discussion to come out with new tools, new gear to skilling. I think can be a little bit like, maybe we shouldn't go down that route, which I could agree with to some extent. I'd need to hear the pros and the cons. But imagine there was actually maybe some gear switching and skilling, and maybe whatever else you're doing, and movement, and ways to, like, I've always wanted spec weapons and skilling. I think I really am just rambling on this, like thinking of old ideas that I've already shared. And for those that listen to my content a lot, you guys know I've talked about these kinds of things. The Dragon Axe special boost your fucking level by 3. Imagine Dragon Claws. All Dragon Claws ever did was just boosted your strength by 3. It's just, what the fuck is this? This is so boring. Imagine you had these new axes that come out, and even if you didn't add any more axes, imagine just the Dragon Axe now didn't boost your level by 3, but it did a fucking like swirl attack and just annihilated the tree you're hacking at. And it wouldn't be something you can manipulate by going to like the Narda altar and just repeatedly specking again. It would have the Soul Reaper axe thing where you have to use it for a decent amount of time for it to build up charges that you unleash again. If you were to come out with some really cool skilling method that had tools that had really fancy and just addicting, satisfying special attacks to it, oh my God, like we'd be be having a great time skilling. That's all I'm saying. It's really hard for me to like, I almost want to like just give my vision of things. I have aphantasia, so I can't actually imagine things in my mind's eye. It's fucking horrible. But I do have like these abstract like concepts, and I wish I could like just like beam them into other people's brains to just see how like cool skilling could be. Anyway, I'm getting like passionate right now. Can you guys tell? I don't know if you guys can tell.